Hi, and welcome to In My Mug Mini 4. My name's Steve Layton. So, what am I going to talk about today? One of the things I bang on about a lot in the In My Mugs, but also when I'm talking to people in general, is about provenance. And by provenance, people don't always realise quite what I mean, and yeah, that's what I'm going to try and explain today. So, provenance really is where does it come from? And the first level that I kind of see of provenance is the country. So, is it from Brazil, Colombia, Kenya, etc. Ever so often in coffee I see things like Brazil Santos, Colombian Excelso, and really all that's telling me is that it's from that country. It doesn't tell me a great deal else, and really for me that isn't specialty coffee, that is coffee from a country. Don't get me wrong, sometimes there are some exceptional coffees within them hidden in there, but it's very difficult to replicate and repeat because quite often it's too generic and too general. So the first level of specialty for me is coming down to regions. So where is the coffee from? And for instance, things like a Costa Rican Tarrazú, a Guatemalan Antigua, and really this is the first level of specialty coffee. Is talking about regions. In the same way within wines we talk about it's from the Burgundy region, it's from the Champagne region. That's what we get into when we talk about things like Antigua. That way when you get to a region you're looking for a certain flavour set of profiles from that region that you will expect. The next level on from that is when you're drilling down into the cooperative and the farm, and I think within specialty we're seeing an awful lot more of that, beginning to get to know the people behind producing the coffee, and that's certainly something we've strived to do at Has Bean, is to try and understand the personalities behind the cup that we sell, and it's incredibly important personally to me. That's why we set up the company, that's why we're doing what we're doing. But is that enough? What we're also trying to do is, for instance, with the Brazil Fazenda Cachoeira Canario that we sell, this is from a very specific part within the farm, and we're really drilling down into the semantics of where it's from. But also the important part is the Canario. We're talking about the bean varietal, and the bean varietal becoming increasingly important. And using the wine analogy, and listen, I hate using the wine analogy because I think coffee is just as big as wine in its potential and certainly within its flavour profiles. But the wine guys seem to have it really bang on. So the varietal, if I have a Pinot Grigio, or I'm having a Chardonnay, we're talking about varietals, we're talking about grape varietals, and that's something we're seeing far more than we ever did. Within my short time within the industry, within 5 or 6 years, I've seen a real seismic shift towards people talking about varietals and people experiencing the differences between varietals. We have a coffee from the Camocim farm in Brazil, which we have 5 different varietals from that farm, which I think is pretty amazing. And each one of the coffees tastes completely different. So yeah, provenance to me is the whole package. Now on some occasions, we've talked about in some of the In My Mugs, it's very difficult to tie down the some of the more finer details within provenance, but I think if you do as much as you can, and each year on year we try and improve that and try and find out more and try and kind of get those details, then it certainly feels like the coffee market's moving in the right direction. Listen, these are meant to be short, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks very much for your time, look forward to talking to you really soon.